If you're a die-hard Clone Wars or prequels fan, then this episode had to have blown your mind, very similar to General Grievous. I mean, it wasn't just me, right? Hey everyone, I'm the guy with no name. Thanks for stopping by. Let's jump right into Ahsoka Episode 5, titled Part 5, Shadow Warrior. Fair warning, in order to talk about Episode 5, I will have to spoil certain parts of Episode 4, so keep that in mind. But basically this episode picks up with Hera and company making it down to the planet, only to find no sign of anybody. Meanwhile, Ahsoka inexplicably reunites with her former master, Anakin Skywalker, who says he has one more lesson to teach her. This episode is incredible. To me, it's easily the best episode we've gotten in a Star Wars Disney Plus series to date. I mean, it's really well directed and really well written by Dave Filoni, and I have to talk about Hayden Christensen. He gives a stellar performance. I mean, the best performance he's given in a Star Wars project. I think the thing that impressed me the most is how he was able to seamlessly just combine all the different aspects that we've seen of Anakin Skywalker over the years. Whether that was his past as a former child slave in the harsh conditions of Tatooine, or as a Padawan in Episode 2, how he is in the Clone Wars or in Episode 3, and then combining that all to show his darker side as Darth Vader. So I was amazed. Ahsoka and Anakin's interactions are really heartfelt and very intriguing, and it really makes the entire episode for me. Which, funny enough, brings me into a complaint that I've gradually been having with this series. And really, so when episodes 1 and 2 came out, there were certain people saying the characters were too stoic, there's not enough humor, and I understood where they're coming from. I just didn't personally agree with it. But when Episode 3 came out, and then most recently Episode 4, and if you've seen my review, you'll know this, but I started to agree more and more with it. And it's funny how Episode 5 comes out and totally just blows that out of the water. I mean, I think this episode had the most heart, the most humor, the most characterization out of any of the other episodes so far. And sure, if you take each episode individually, you can have those complaints and a future episode won't change those complaints. But looking at this series as a whole, I mean, if it keeps the trajectory Episode 5 set, then I'm really not going to have that overall complaint going forward. I think I'll be good. Also, I almost forgot to mention that Part 5 has probably my favorite Star Wars training sequence of all time, which is saying something. And sure, there's a lot of nostalgia throughout the episode, but I really found it all to be purpose-driven. There's not nostalgia simply for nostalgia's sake. But man, just to sum up my thoughts, I was really blown away by this episode, and I'm looking forward to rewatching it soon. And I'm really I can't wait to see what the next episode has in store. So let me know in the comments if you've seen this episode and have also watched Star Wars The Clone Wars or not. Because, like I said, I mean, my love of the Clone Wars really enhanced my enjoyment of the episode. I think it's still good on its own, but I'd love to hear from somebody who has not seen the show and kind of what your thoughts are overall. Also, just so you know, if you don't already, I do have reviews up for episodes 1 and 2, and then 3, and then 4, so please check those out in the meantime. And if you like this content and want to see more, please like and subscribe, or don't, I don't care. Anyways, until the next one, this is Guy with No Name, signing off.